in the morning.
Welcome back to our channel. We are so thrilled to have you here with us today to break down all the latest drama. It is an absolutely beautiful day to dive deep into the madness of Genoa City, and we have so much to unpack. Grab your favorite snack, get comfortable, and let's get right into the thick of it because things are exploding. I cannot even breathe right now. I am literally typing this up at 2 a.m. because I just finished watching the latest episode, and my mind is completely blown. I mean, we all knew Victor Newman was pulling some strings in the background, but the absolute magnitude of what just went down between Kyle Abbott and Patty Williams in that jail cell, insane. I am shaking with rage and excitement all at once. Did you guys see the look on Kyle's face? Did you see the absolute betrayal in Patty's eyes? I can't believe they actually went there and laid it all out on the table. And let's just start with Kyle Abbott, because my boy is stepping up in a way that I never, ever expected. I've been watching this show for years, and for the longest time, Kyle was just Jack's son, trying to find his footing, making mistakes, being a little too soft when it came to corporate warfare. But going into that maximum security jail cell to negotiate with the woman who literally just stabbed his father and tried to inject his mother with digitalis, that takes guts. Or maybe it takes a little bit of Newman DNA rubbing off on him from his past connections. Because let's be real, Kyle is acting more like a young, ruthless Victor Newman right now than an Abbott. He walked into that facility, sat down across from a completely unhinged Patty, and he didn't flinch. He bargained with her. He pushed her buttons. He knew exactly what to say to get her to crack. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Patty. Oh, Patty. Part of me absolutely hates her for what she did to Jack and Diane, but another part of me just pities her. I mean, she is so clearly mentally unstable, and seeing her locked up in that cell, realizing that her entire fairy tale return to Genoa City was nothing but a sick, twisted manipulation. It was actually heartbreaking. You could see the exact moment the delusion shattered. She was frantic, pacing around, panicking, and then it hit her. She wasn't brought back because she was healed. She wasn't brought back to reunite with Jack. She was brought back to be a weapon, a pawn, a disposable piece of trash on Victor Newman's giant chessboard. So Patty spills everything. And I mean everything. I was screaming at my television. Patty just completely unloaded on Kyle. And the details are so much worse than we even theorized in the group chats. We all suspected Victor gave her a nudge. Right, wrong. Victor didn't just give her a nudge. Victor orchestrated the entire thing. Patty revealed that Victor was the sole mastermind. He is the one who arranged for her to be released from the psychiatric facility. He funded her. He gave her the money, the resources, the burner phones, the safe houses. Every single move Patty made was bankrolled by Victor Newman's deep pockets. And it gets worse, because Victor didn't just drop her in Genoa City and say have fun. No, Patty confessed that Victor gave her specific instructions to terrorize the Abbott family. He directed her to go after Jack. He directed her to cause maximum chaos. And the biggest bombshell of all, the kidnapping of Diane Jenkins. Remember when Diane was held hostage by that creepy Dr. Lawrence Markham? We all thought Markham was acting on his own, or maybe he was Martin Lawrence in disguise, or maybe Patty put him up to it. But no, Patty just confirmed that Victor Newman was the main mastermind behind Diane's kidnapping too. Victor funded Markham. Victor orchestrated Diane being locked away in that house to torture Jack. I am sorry, but this is a new low, even for Victor. Remember when he brought in Marco Onicelli to take over Jack's life? We all thought that was the most despicable thing he could ever do. Replacing Jack with a drug cartel boss who slept with Phyllis, yeah, that was vile. But this, weaponizing a severely mentally ill woman who has a tragic history with the Abbott family. Victor promised Patty that he would heal her. He promised her a new life. He preyed on her sickness, her vulnerabilities, her desperate, obsessive love for Jack, and he used it to turn her into a guided missile. He manipulated a sick woman into committing attempted murder, just to settle a corporate and personal vendetta against Jack. It is sick. Okay, back to the point. The look on Kyle's face when Patty was laying all this out. Give Michael Mueller an Emmy right now. You could literally see the horror, the shock, and then the absolute, unadulterated fury washing over him. Kyle was completely stunned. He went in there hoping to find some dirt, maybe a connection, but he walked out with the smoking gun that proves Victor Newman is a domestic terrorist. Kyle realized in that moment that his father didn't just get stabbed by a crazy ex-lover. His father was the victim of a calculated assassination attempt funded by the CEO of Newman Enterprises. His mother was kidnapped and psychologically tortured because Victor Newman wrote a check. And let me tell you, I am so here for vengeful Kyle. I am so tired of the Abbotts taking the high road. Jack is always trying to be the bigger person, always trying to find peace, always trying to protect Nikki from the fallout. But Kyle doesn't care about the high road anymore. He looked dead into the camera, basically, and vowed to expose Victor. He swore to protect his family and tear Victor's empire down to the studs. I mean, am I the only one who got chills when Kyle made that vow? It is about time and Abbott actually fought back with the same level of ruthlessness that Victor uses. Because think about the implications of this. Patty's confession isn't just some hearsay. She has details. She knows about the money transfers. She knows about the yacht where Jack was held hostage and drugged. She knows about Dr. Markham's involvement. If Kyle can get this on the record, if he can get the authorities or the press to back this up, Victor is looking at federal charges. Kidnapping, conspiracy to commit murder, funding a fugitive, obstruction of justice. The list goes on and on. Victor is backed into a corner, and I am loving every single second of it. But we also have to talk about how Victor is going to react when he finds out Kyle knows everything. Because Victor never goes down without a fight. He is going to unleash hell on Kyle. We already saw Victor warning Kyle to stay out of Newman family business, laughing in Kyle's face when Kyle threatened him before. Victor called him an incompetent son and dismissed him. Oh, how the tables have turned. Victor is going to realize that he severely underestimated Kyle Abbott. And when Victor gets cornered, he gets dangerous. He will try to destroy Abbott. He will try to destroy Kyle's reputation. He might even try to have Kyle silenced. And what about Nikki? I can't even begin to process how Nikki is going to handle this. She is already dealing with this massive MS flare-up and that terrifying brain tumor diagnosis. She is already furious at Victor for bringing Patty back to town. But right now, Nikki only suspects that Victor gave Patty a little nudge. When she finds out that Victor literally paid for the syringe that almost killed Diane. When she finds out Victor paid Dr. Markham to hold Diane hostage. When she finds out Victor orchestrated the stabbing of Jack Abbott, the man who has been her rock and her confidant, Nikki is going to divorce him. She has to. There is no coming back from this. Victor has completely broken the foundation of their marriage. I know some people are loving Victor's ruthless era right now, but personally, I am exhausted by his constant need to destroy everyone around him. Look at what he is doing to Sally Spectre. The man is trying to crush a pregnant woman's business just to get back at Billy Abbott. Look at what he is doing to his own son, Nick, by manipulating Matt Clark. Victor is a tornado of toxicity, and it is finally catching up to him. Patty Williams, the woman he thought was just a disposable, crazy pawn, is the one who is going to bring his entire empire crashing down. The irony is just too delicious. Let's deep dive into Patty's psychology for a second, because the writers are actually doing a brilliant job with her right now. Patty has always been driven by her obsession with Jack. But Victor twisted that obsession. He fed her delusions. He probably told her that Diane was the only thing standing in the way of her and Jack's true love. He weaponized her mental illness. And now that Patty is sitting in a cold jail cell, facing life behind bars or a permanent stay in a high-security asylum, the fog is lifting. She realizes that Jack doesn't love her, and worse, she realizes Victor played her for a fool. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, but a delusional woman scorned by a billionaire manipulator. That is a nuclear bomb waiting to go off. I predict that Kyle is going to take this information straight to Michael Baldwin or Christine Blair. Can you imagine Christine's face when she realizes Victor was behind all of this? Christine hates Victor almost as much as she hates Phyllis. If Christine gets her hands on hard evidence that Victor funded Patty's reign of terror, she will personally slap the cuffs on him. But Kyle has to be smart. He can't just run to the cops without proof, because Victor will just claim Patty is crazy and making it all up. Kyle needs the bank records. He needs to find Dr. Markham and make him squeal. He needs to trace the money Victor used to rent that yacht and pay off the clinic guards. Honestly, I am just so hyped for the next few weeks. The Newman versus Abbott war is back, baby, and it is better than ever. We are about to see a massive storm hit Genoa City. Jack is going to wake up and find out that his son has declared all-out war on the Newmans. Diane is going to want blood. Victor is going to be scrambling to cover his tracks. And Patty Williams is going to be sitting in her cell, smiling as the world burns down around Victor Newman. I need to know what you guys think. Am I the only one who thinks Kyle is going to actually succeed this time? Or is Victor going to pull another rabbit out of his hat and escape justice like he always does? Let me know in the comments, because I'm going to be up all night obsessing over this.